On the edge of a dense forest, far from any city, lay a small, picturesque village named Hollow Creek. This village was unlike any other. It had no roads leading in or out, no connection to the outside world, and it didn't appear on any map. The villagers lived simple lives, unaware of the world beyond their borders. They were content, for the village provided everything they needed. One day, a traveler named Arian stumbled upon Hollow Creek while hiking through the forest. He was astonished to find such a place and was warmly welcomed by the villagers. They offered him food and shelter, and Arian decided to stay for a few days. But he soon noticed something strange. Each night, just before midnight, the village would fall silent. The lively chatter of the villagers would cease, and everyone would retreat to their homes, locking their doors and windows tightly. Curiosity gnawed at Arian. On the third night of his stay, he decided to stay outside and observe what happened at midnight. As the clock struck 12, the air grew thick with an unnatural stillness. Arian felt a cold shiver run down his spine. The village, which had been full of life just moments ago, now felt eerily deserted. Suddenly, he heard a faint whispering in the wind, followed by the sound of footsteps, many footsteps, coming from the forest. Arian's heart raced as he saw shadowy figures emerging from the trees, moving silently towards the village. Arian tried to move, but his body was frozen in fear. The figures passed by him, paying no attention to his presence, and headed straight for the village center. There, they gathered in a circle, and a deep, resonant hum filled the air. Arian watched in horror as the village itself began to change. The houses, the trees, even the ground beneath his feet started to fade and flicker, as if caught between two realities. As the hum grew louder, the village vanished completely, leaving Arian standing alone in a clearing. The moonlight illuminated the empty space where Hollow Creek had once been. Arian couldn't believe his eyes. The village, the people, everything was gone, as if it had never existed. But before he could process what had happened, the hum stopped and the village reappeared around him, just as it had been before. The villagers emerged from their homes, resuming their lives as if nothing had happened. They smiled and greeted Arian, but their eyes held a sadness, a knowing that something was amiss. Arian realized that this was the secret of Hollow Creek, a village caught in a cycle, disappearing each night only to return at dawn. He wanted to ask the villagers about it, but something in their expressions told him that they would not answer. On the fifth day, Arian decided to leave. As he walked away from the village, he turned back one last time. The villagers were watching him, their faces somber. Arian knew that Hollow Creek was not meant for outsiders, that its mysteries were meant to remain hidden. Years later, when Arian tried to find the village again, it was gone. The forest where it had stood was now just an ordinary stretch of trees. No one he asked had ever heard of Hollow Creek, and it remained a ghostly memory in Arian's mind, a village that existed only in the shadows of time, forever vanishing with the night.